Ah, yes. We can all agree of how brilliant Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends was, with their valuable life lessons, beloved characters, the timeless stories and episodes they have to bring, etc. I certainly enjoyed those. But do you know what I love most about Thomas? For how real it is. In this video, I'm going to talk about a very important topic in regards to that, particularly since the announcement and trailer of that new reboot Mattel announced a while back. This is what I like to call the reality of Thomas and Friends. I hope you enjoy it. When I was a kid watching Thomas and Friends in my childhood, I was so fascinated by the stories and characters such as the engines and road vehicles, and the scenery around Sodor with its rugged landscape. I nearly have every single merchandise of Thomas on VHS and DVD, as well as toys, books, magazines, and a couple of posters. Watching them on screen, I have always wondered if those characters are real. And sure enough, when I started researching more about the history of the franchise as time went on, I realized that I was actually right, for as a matter of fact, they are real! Technically based on real trains and landmarks. Even the stories that are told in both the Railway series and TV series are real too. But what are the aspects of it? Let's find out! When the original Thomas creator, the Reverend Wilbur Vere Awdry, first started writing the Railway series books to entertain his children and many others, he wanted to ensure that his stories are as accurate as possible. So he created his characters based on real steam and diesel engines on British railways, and his stories inspired by true events. In both the Thomas the Tank Engine Man documentary and biography, he stated that he would usually take inspiration for his stories from a page called The Scrap Heap, featured in a train magazine series called the Railway Gazette. In it, they contain anecdotes of offbeat incidents that happened to some engine, somewhere, sometime. He even stated, whatever happened to Thomas, Henry, Gordon, and the others had to have actually happened and have a railway-like explanation which fitted. Some of the articles from the Railway Gazette would become the source of material for a lot of memorable moments within the stories. Examples include James and the Bootlace, Thomas and the Guard, Down the Mine, Old Iron, Percy's Promise, A Close Shave, the list goes on. While Awdry used those, he sometimes used other inspiration for his stories based on what his fellow friends, young readers, and railwaymen told him. Examples include Thomas and the Breakdown Train, Thomas Goes Fishing, Henry and the Elephant, The Flying Kipper, Off the Rails, Super Rescue, etc. And even a few of the stories he had written are also inspired from his own railway experiences. One example included what happened to him when he left the refreshment lady behind while he was volunteering as a guard at the Tallyflin Railway, which in turn also happened to be the driver's mother-in-law. That incident would later become the basis for the story Peter, Sam, and the Refreshment Lady in the 10th book, Four Little Engines. The tradition of these stories also continued on to Christopher Awdry when he took over writing the Railway series in his father's footsteps.